Welcome to a demonstration on Synergy ERP's custom module called Advanced Supplier Remittance. Now, this is a module that allows us to replace many of the standard functions within Sage X3 to provide a much more user-friendly and intuitive experience. Now, this module is broken up into four main sections. First, we've got reconciliation. This is where we reconcile all items on our supplier statement to those found within our system, specifically invoices, credit notes, and payments if they were already made. Then we've got our remittance stage where we mark items on those reconciliations ready for payment. Then we've got our remittance approval. This is where we mark whole remittances as ready for payment. And then lastly, we've got our remittance payment where we can pay one or more remittance at a time. So let's get started. We're going to start off with our reconciliation. So a supplier reconciliation is used to receive a supplier statement and then adjust for differences and discrepancies between the invoices and credit notes shown on the supplier statement to those found within your system. So we're going to click on New. We're going to say whether we want to reconcile by site or by company. By doing it by company will allow us to do a consolidated reconciliation for one supplier and one company, but across multiple different sites. So for demo purposes, we're just going to use our site. We're going to enter in our due date. We're going to say for which site is the supplier statement, and we're going to enter in our supplier. We're going to say our statement date, as well as our statement balance found on our supplier statement. Then we're going to click on our refresh recon documents, and what it's going to do is it's going to open up all the invoices, credit memos, and if there were any payments already made, it would have been shown down here for us now. Now, as you can see at the moment, we've got a difference of 180 over here. Now, I'll show you in a minute how we'll account for that. But first, it's important to note with all our invoices and credit memos over here, you can deselect which ones you want to use or which ones are relevant to your specific supplier statement, or select other ones that are relevant as well. Now, as I said, we've got a difference of 180 Rand over here. So how we account for that is within our manual documents section. So let's say, for instance, this was unreceived or unreconcilable, whatever the case may be. We'll then enter in the information over here. So we're going to say which is our document type. So we're going to say it's a sales invoice. Our document number over here. What is our document status? So I said it was unreceived. We can say our document date for today. What is our document amount? So we're going to look at our difference over here. So we're going to enter in 180 over here. And then we can add in a comment for why this was unreconcilable or unreceived, whatever the case may be. So I'm going to click tab out over here, and now we can see we've got a difference of 0 over here, and we can see that it's taken our adjustments into account as well. So now we can finish this off by clicking on create. Just clear that off. Click on create, and now we can go into our next step, which is going to be our remittance. Now we can select our remittance. Again, we're going to click on new, and our only step we need to do is, because we've created our reconciliation in the previous step, we can simply go and we can select our reconciliation from here. So we can see over here, this is our reconciliation that we created. So I'm going to click on refresh recon documents. So all our invoices are going to populate on our documents due tab, and in our apply detail, we can see we've got our credit memo. Now what we want to do is we want to apply this invoice or credit memo to one of our invoices. So I'm going to select one of our invoices from here. Just copy that. Then we can change our apply detail. We want to change this to apply and match on invoice. And then we can just paste our document number over here, and you'll see that our source document is going to auto-populate as well as our apply amount. And there we go. Now, our goal is to get our amount to be paid and our payment amount to be matching. And as you can see, it's matching at the moment. So what we can do is we can mark this remittance as complete. We can save it. Well, first we need to enter a payment reference. So I'm going to say pay 01, and now we can save it. And that ends off our supplier remittance part of our process. So next is just a bit of workflow where we can then approve this particular remittance. So I'm going to click over there. I'm going to select our site, and I'm going to click on refresh. And here we can see We've got our reconciliation number. It's giving us the remittance number as well. It's giving us our payment, the statement date, which is what's our supplier name, our supplier code over there, as well as the amount that we are going to pay. So I'm going to select this. I'm going to click on approve. And now we've approved our remittance that we can pay. So I'm going to go to our remittance payment. Again, we're just going to have a few filters. So I'm just going to say we want to do it by site. We want to select our site. Click on refresh. There again, we've got all the information for our payment that needs to happen. We can select it and click on pay. And the system's going to generate an EFT file for us that we can upload it into the bank or whatever your need for it would be. Now that was a demo on Synergy's custom module called Advanced Supplier Remittance. For more information, please reach out to the contact details on screen now.